Welcome back to another one. Teddy Mack here. I'm talking to the fellas today. Got some ideas for you fellas. Now you're sitting back watching you. I'm gonna put you down with some game today. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment, do whatever. Okay, today I'm talking to the fellas about your decision making is destroying you. You have to know how to think a few steps ahead. I think that's why I say all men should know how to play chess, because you got to be able to think a few moves ahead and think outside the box. Because the way things are set up now is set up for you to lose, bro. So I'm gonna teach you a little cheat code that you might be able to use to help you out. And I can also expound on a few things later on. If you drop me an email, I can walk you through some stuff and show you how to get your shit on track. Now, this first thing about wasting all this time and money on these women, man. Because when you get older, you're gonna regret every dime that you wasted. I promise you, player. Take it from me. I done seen a lot of people, and trust me, if I'd have been smarter, I'd have retained a lot of the other paper. But I was young, and nobody, well, not nobody. People was telling me, but you're hard headed sometimes. So you can be hard headed too, or you can listen. It's up to you. But I'm gonna drop something on you that's gonna most likely be helpful to you, especially with the situation where these women use this child support and all this stuff to try to rake you over the coals and hook an IV up to your pocket for 18 years and blood suck you for 18 years. It's all a setup, man. And the system in destroying you. So I like to take lemons and turn them into lemonade. So here's what I tell you to do. Stop messing with American women, bro. Don't do it. Black women, they just too far gone, man. And it's too many bad ones to even try to figure out, to try to vet most of these women, man. You'll spend years sifting through garbage before you figure out who gonna be good for you, man. And it's like the ancient women have outnumbered the decent women. The decent women are so compliant with the ancient women that they just go along with everything. They don't never call them out or say nothing, but they don't understand that in the long run, it destroys their credibility too, because now it's gotten so bad that most guys are just going to generally think that it's a bad idea. And the guys just not, the guys who raised by mama, they just simps, man. They're gonna forever follow behind a woman, forever just let a woman just carry. Well, I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the dudes who can think and the dudes who got some balls to really stand up and make a change. Okay, so I got a cheat code, and I actually, for real, I kind of picked this up from observing Donald Trump of all people. But I mean, I've seen other places too, but it really kind of started solidifying in my head when I kind of looked at, like, wait a minute. And why is this guy married to a woman? She's not from the country, and she does not have permanent citizenship. She has to go check in. She can be deported like anybody else if she screw up. She's not a permanent citizen, even though he married her. She still don't have the things in place to solidify her citizenship. She's still on a visa. Okay, so here's why I got the idea. I'm like, okay, well, cool. That might not be a bad idea. Now, since you guys like all these foreigns, y'all want a Mercedes and all this other stuff, why don't you translate that mindset into women? Get you a foreign dog. Stop messing with these American women. Their mindset is gone. You could spend years with them building up something, and they will walk away like it ain't mean nothing over something stupid. They'll ghost you over something stupid. Take your kid with you, rake you across the coals, have you in and out of court, child support, got to give up all this paperwork and deal with all this stuff with all these people who don't know you or your kid. So here's what you do. Get you a foreign. You can even marry her. Okay? Get you a foreign, but don't never help her get permanent citizenship. Keep her an alien. Okay? Keep her do not do anything to try to solidify her citizenship in this country. Because if you do, you know what's going to happen. She's going to adopt all these different ways of the women. She's going to have all the advantages of the other women who are citizens. She's going to take your kids. She's going to work you across the coals. She's going to screw you over. However, if you got yourself a foreign, you have a few kids with her, she start glitching on you, start acting crazy, call ICE on her. Get her ass about the country. The sweet part is that your kids are American citizens. They can't be deported with her, but you can get her deported. If she become a problem, get her deported and keep your kids and raise your kids properly. Because statistics prove that men raise much better children than women. In a lot of cases, single fathers raise kids up just as proficiently as if there were two parents in the house. Okay? All this stuff about women, all this grandiose. Oh, no, we raise better kids. No, you don't. No, you don't. All the stuff I seen go down in single mother households. Are you kidding? The son out here slinging dope. She may say, I don't want that in my house. But as soon as he start putting money in her pocket, paying a few bills, giving her money to get her hair and nails done, she going to shut the hell up and she going to fall in line like everybody else. And he going to be slinging dope out of her house. I promise you. He going to basically take over and she going to step back. I've seen it happen too many times. Too much effortlessly goes on in single mother household, bro. And if you take a chance to have a kid with one of these goofies, man, guess what? It's a very, very high chance that she's going to take your kid from you. She's going to try to rake you across the coals and make your life miserable with child support and a whole bunch of other crazy, goofy stuff. So you solve that situation by getting you a foreign and never help her. And because look, even if she come over here, well, you don't want no illegal. I don't want no woman that's illegal. She can come over and she can try to apply. She can come on a legal visa, and just keep renewing that visa. She can keep renewing that visa for years. And if everything work out fine, then keep her here for years. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But as soon as she start glitching on you and acting like she wants to start acting like these other goofies, ice, baby, get you up out of here and keeping my kids. And you can sort it out where you came from. That's what you do. But as far as you protecting your kids, now you got to do it. You got to do it, man. That's the only option right now. Because you don't have no help in the government. They put every system in place to rig it against you, bro. So the best thing you can do, mark my words, man. And it's a lot of exotic foreigners that's in this country right now. Okay, it's this one in the place I go to get stuff from, get food from, and man, I'm gonna tell you, I just don't understand. I like to see what her mother look like, because if she that bad, her mother got to be a smoker. Okay, her mother got to. I mean, her mother got to be. Whew, the shawty is like. But I don't want to say nothing to her, whatever. I just observe at this point. I ain't out here trying to pull nobody, because I got better stuff to do, you know. And I know enough women. I don't need to. I got here looking. But if if I get a new friend along the way, it's cool. All right, But I ain't looking for nobody. Let's just tell you that. So your first plan, get you a foreign. Start looking at these foreigners. Get you a fine one. Because a lot of these foreign women come from these other countries, their bodies are still tight. They're not eating everything, they ain't moving. They don't have a double Dutch gut hanging around, hanging tucked inside their pants and talking about they sexy. And no, you're not. That is not sexy. Okay. But fellas, That's the first part of my advice to you. Okay. Second part is, man, stop spending your money on these goddamn women, man. Because you ain't getting nothing at the end of the day, bro. They're just using you. These women have no substance. You spend all this money taking them on experiences, and you think you're doing a good thing. You think you're giving her some experiences that she's going to treasure. Man, she can't wait to get to the next guy after you. Okay. A lot of time you take them to these restaurants and stuff, they on the phone texting with the guy that they're gonna bang that night after they ghost you. Then they're gonna give you this excuse about, oh, I'm trying to take a doggy bag home for my kid or whatever. But it's the dude that they about to go bang after they leave you at the restaurant, bro. Don't be a fool. What I say is, man, take that money. Every time you think about going out spending $200-$300 on these bras who you ain't gonna get nowhere with, or you might just get your willy wet and that's about it. Shit, you only spend on $200-$300 to get your willy wet. You know, you can find you a nice little good time girl to like to hang out. You know, she might like the chief. You like the chief. She like a little sip, a little drink, a little. You like to sip a little, drink a little. Y'all get together and it's understood. Y'all have y'all a little good time and that's it. Boom. You know. And she not even much of a problem, but because she's somebody who's not even this locked in. She jockeying for position, so she's gonna be on her best behavior. But it's all cap, man. Don't fall for it. So here's my excuse, what you do. Not excuse. Here's my advice of what you should do with that money. Go and open up a Charles Schwab account. The email on the bottom of the screen. I know I cut the fool a lot. Anybody know me? No, I know about this investing and stuff, and I know about financing and stuff like that. It's like second nature. Okay. So I'm not a broker or nothing like that, but you know, I can coach you. You know, I can tell you what you need to do. I can even walk you through the whole process of setting up the account, and I can even, you know, screenshot some of my investments and show you what you should invest in. You know, because you got to remember, you got traders and you got investors. I don't do trading. I invest. And the best thing you want to stick with the S&P, and you want to stick with dividend stock, because you buy enough of the dividend stock, it's going to start paying you. I mean, really paying you every month. It pays you. It gives you a check for just owning the stock. And the more stock you own, the bigger the check. I mean, I know guys who started way before me and owned enough stock. They getting like $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month in dividend payments. Then they got the high cap, low cap stocks. They just grow over time and appreciate. Some of them I catch low. I might do a little research and find something that somebody investing in, like because I track a lot of the Congress, the president, everybody. I'm looking at all their portfolios and seeing what they snatching up on and when they snatching up on it. Like it's a couple of stocks that I heard Trump mention some months ago, but it was a new stock. It wasn't really selling for too much or nothing. I went in and bought some and just let it sit. I ain't even expect nothing from it. A few months later, that joint done 10x'd. What I bought it for, it's worth 10 times what I paid for it right now. So, I mean, I'm like this. You ain't really got to be no expert, because you for the long haul, it's basically for your retirement. When you get older, when you get to that point where you're going to start regretting blowing all that money on them women from before, that money going to be sitting there waiting on you, player, when you need it the most. Because you ain't never got to worry about chasing after no women when you got paper. Don't never chase women, man. Chase paper. Because paper going to bring women. Women ain't going to bring paper. Women going to keep you broke. And women going to play games. And very rarely you're going to run across a woman who you're going to have some paper and she's going to help you to bubble that joint. You know, you're not going to be able to bubble nothing messing with these women. All they know is spend. All they know is, I want to drive this car. I want to buy this $10,000 bag. And they ain't got $3 to put in that joint. I mean, when I first moved back up in Florida, I think like 2013, 14, something like that. And I met this chick. We went out And she was talking mad smack because, I had just got off from work. I had a pocket full of money because I had just been, working and stuff, Because at the time, I think I was selling appliances. And that day, that's a cash business. I had a whole pocket full of cash from I had at least about almost 10 bands on me that day. Well, 10, yeah, 10 bands on me that day. About 10. But it was broke up like 4 here, 3 there, 2 here, and I had a few dollars in my front pocket. So I wanted to pull out, the wallet or whatever. This bro kept worrying me, tomorrow, let's go out, let's hang out, let's hang out and get to know each other. I'm like, all right, cool. So we ride around, hang out, I went to pick her up a few minutes after we riding. Oh, I'm hungry. Can you stop me by this place so I can get something to eat? I'm like, okay, cool. I don't want to say the place, but it's in Bowie, Maryland. So we stopped. We sit at the bar. Now, I already told her I ain't want to go to no restaurant. I thought we was going to be hanging out just to talk for a little bit and hang out. But if she wanted to get something to eat, I'll sit there and chill while she gets something to eat and, give me a glass of water, whatever, because I wasn't really trying to eat nothing. I had already ate basically before I saw her. So she tried to gaslight me and try to manipulate me, right? I guess she thought she was going to get me in the restaurant. She was going to order all this stuff and I was going out of pressure, and out of ego pay, but she had the wrong person. So we sit at the bar. I had a glass with some glass of water with some lime. She's sitting next to me. So she kind of like fake talking. She wasn't really locked in, whatever. So every time I turn around, she on her phone. Next thing you know, she go to the bathroom. So okay, cool. Go to the bathroom. I'm sitting at the bar. Next thing her food comes, she come back right when her food came. Like she was looking from the bathroom to see when the food hit the table. She come back to the bar. She eating all this food, whatever. She done ordered all these crazy drinks and stuff. So when the bill come, the bartender gonna slide the joint in front of me. I ain't even had no filter, nothing. I looked at dude. I say, dude, you charged me for a glass of water? He like, nah. She ordered something. I said, why the hell did you didn't give her the bill? If I ordered something, you hand me the bill. I ain't ordered nothing. What the hell you slide me the bill for? Give her the bill. So he kind of like, he was a little punk ass dude anyway, man. You can tell he's probably raised by his mama. Because he would act like he was scared to slide her the bill. Shit, I slid that joint right in front of her plate. She turned around, had the nerve to slide it right back in front of my plate, not in front of my glass. And I'm like, Shorty, you done lost all your skeleton, but you got the right one today. So she slides so I slide the check back to her. I'm like, what's this for? I didn't order nothing. I said, I thought we were sitting here trying to get to know each other. And she gonna get all in this real self-righteous voice. Well, if you want to get to know me, you'll pay that bill. I'm like, really? She got me fucked up with somebody else. So I said, okay, cool. I said, so what? You just think I'm just gonna pay you? But I told you I didn't want to come here. I didn't want to come nowhere. But I thought we should be hanging out, just talking or whatever. So then she turns around and say, well, if you're too broke to pay the bill, then you can just say that. This is the beginning days of if you just broke, say that, Women wasn't really saying that at that time, but it was in the infancy stages of them perfecting this BS gaslight statement, right? So I say she got me mixed up because she think I care. She got the wrong one. So she turned around and say, well, you need to pay that bill. So I said, well, I ain't paying nothing. I knew you was broke. I said, I ain't broke. I got plenty of paper, but I ain't paying that bill. So she say, so she pull her purse out. She rumbling through her purse. She pull her little billfold out, where you put the money and whatever in, your ID and all that. Right hand to God, this broad turned her wallet upside down like this and opened it, and 13 cents fell out on the bar. I looked at her and I said, oh, is it that you don't have enough to pay your bill? I hear her back with the same stuff. So I said, look, shawty, It ain't happening. So she kept going on and on, talking all this smack. I said, okay. I said, I'll be back. I'm going to the bathroom. Shit. I got up from that table, walked to my truck, got in that joint, started up, and left her ass right there at the restaurant at the bar with her bill and everything else. And rolled out. Who she thought she was playing with. Oh, let me go back. I forgot. Before I left, William, when she opened up her purse and dropped the 13 cents out on the bar, it was so devastating. I forgot what happened next. So then I said, okay, let me blow her mind real quick because I knew I was going to leave. So I reached in one of my pockets and pulled out one of the wads I had with the rubber band around it and slammed it on the bar and said, "Shorty, I got plenty of paper. It looked like you the one can't pay your bill." So that's when I excused myself and went to the back. Sorry about that. I left that part out. Went right to my car, or my truck rather, and rolled out, left her up in that joint. Went on about my business. Ain't never looked back. And she knew she was gaming because guess what? She ain't never called me and say, "Why you leave me?" And that, and she expected it. And I know exactly what she done. She called some simp and say, "I got left at the restaurant and I'm about to get, I can't pay this bill." And some simp probably went up there and rescued her and paid the bill. Probably the one who she was going to bang after she left me anyway, but she thought I was stupid enough to spend my money on it when I wasn't. Yeah, I got a hard, fast rule. I ain't spending no paper. If you think you're going to come in and I'm just going to start spending paper on you, you can forget it. I'll spend money, but I'm going to spend it on somebody who deserves it. I'm not spending nothing on no woman until she proves herself. If she don't prove herself, then she can forget it. I ain't doing nothing for her. Nothing. You know, I mean, well, let me not say nothing because if we cool, we can know each other. If it's certain little things that just ain't really that bad or whatever, I might step in and help her out. All depends on what her personality is, you know. Being as I mess with cars and stuff, and I grew up building homes with my father, if there's something falling down around the house, whatever, and just she just can't afford to get it done and whatever. And if it's something simple, I do it, If there's something wrong with her car, something stupid or whatever, just a little adjustment or whatever, help her out. But as far as like busting open the bank, no. I'm gonna tell you something. Every time I think about going out spending some money on a woman or go out here randomly willy-nilly and think I'm gonna just go out here, you know what I do? Whatever I think I'm gonna spend, I transfer it from my account into my Schwab account. And I go in and I just buy more stock. And I'm going to tell you something. If you do that every time you think about taking one of these ungrateful women out, you'd be surprised how much money you have accumulated by the end of the year. It will astound you. You'll be like, damn, was I spending that much money on these women? Bruh. And the good thing about it is when you invest your money in the stocks, they go up. You get paid dividends. Sometimes, the stock market may go down or whatever, but it always comes back. And it always come back stronger. I've been investing for years, man. I've been watching. That's why right now I'm not panicking with the stock market going down and the crypto and all that stuff going down. I don't even pay attention to that because I already know it's coming back. Because last time when it went down like that, I kind of started looking like, damn, man, I'm used to this joint going down, but this joint is going down. But then I ignored it for a while. I said, I ain't even worried about it for the long haul. So I waited about a week or so and I checked it again. That joint was double. So, you're going to see the up and down. That's just what it is. But just keep it in there. Matter of fact, make a habit every week of $100. Most guys piss away $100 throughout the week just doing nothing, on stupid stuff. Cut the stupid stuff out. Take the $100, put it in your Schwab account, and buy some dividend stock. Okay? That's what you do. Go in there and do some research. Okay? Buy you some ETFs. Get your ETF. That way you ain't got to worry about going all over the place trying to buy up a bunch of individual stock. You can just buy a basket of stock. That way, when the market go up and down, if it goes down in certain areas, you still have sustainability on the other side. On one side may be going down because the market may be affecting certain sectors, but this other sector is up on the other side, so it really don't hurt that bad, you know. But you know, y'all take more of a chance on a woman that'll leave you or use you up and end up giving the skins up to one of your homeboys or your cousin or something. So why not invest it in yourself, man? Stop spending your money on these skanks out here, man, because you ain't getting nothing for it. Nothing. Okay? You could drain your own balls, man. Every man got Sally Palm and the 5-girlfriend phone number on speed dial. You can use her anytime. And keep the money in your pocket, man. Now ain't the time to be trying to splurge and trying to impress these women who don't have shit going on for themselves anyway. They just don't. A lot of them out here faking, a lot of them are entrepreneur and all this other stuff, and they don't have shit going on. For real. They really don't. Because see how fast they drive, they're gonna tell you all this stuff. Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I got a lash business, a nail business. I got hair. I do all this other stuff. You hook up with them and you got some paper about yourself. Watch how fast what they talking about drive. You be like, why couldn't you have this other stuff? You can pay the electric bill this month. Oh, I ain't got no money. I'm broke. I mean, my business ain't really, it ain't took off yet. They ain't making all these excuses. But before you put the rubber to the road, everybody is all these women are super entrepreneurs and they own big major corporations. Man, it's all cap, man. It's all cap. They try to talk about, oh, they got a lot of millionaire women. There's no millionaire women in this country that got it on their own. All of them got it through divorce or widow or passed down from their grandfather, father, whatever. Very few women have went in the dirt and pulled out millions of dollars and pulled out some type of real sustainable business that is useful to everybody. It's either some nails, some hair, something like that. It ain't got nothing to do with no infrastructure. It has nothing to do with anything that anybody could build or stand anything on. Nothing. Okay. So that's my message to you, fellas. First thing, get you a foreign. Play that game. See how she act. If she ain't acting right, the first time you think she gonna go down there and start talking that child support stuff and all that, get her out of here. Call ICE on her. Get her out. Call immigration on her. Find a way to get her deported. Get her out of here. And y'all may say, oh man, that sounds so terrible. You're gonna do that to a woman. If a woman gonna take my kid and destroy my legacy and try to run all over me and put the government on me and bring people and put them in our relationship and try to destroy me, ICE, baby. I'm gonna call that number and get you up out of here. Okay? That's what's gonna happen. And your kid's gonna be right with you where you want them to be because they're American citizens. So that's the hack. Secondly, stop spending money on these broads, man. All these $200-$300. You're not impressing these broads, man. I be in and out these restaurants, man. I go by myself a lot of times. Sometimes me and my brother go. Sometimes me and a friend will go. But I observe the room. I read the room. And too many times I've been sitting in a Cheesecake Factory or Ruth Chris or something like that, and we waiting, and you see all these glammed up broads, and they with dudes who they don't even know. The dude taking them out on these restaurants. Look, I'm in one joint. I'm sitting there waiting at Cheesecake Factory. The girl sitting there with the guy, and I look around. She all in my face. She looking at me, giving me the eye, and as soon as he went to the bathroom, she's smiling and all this. I'm like, what the hell? So, dude, trust me, these women are constantly campaigning for the next highest bidder. And the next dude with the most paper, he's gonna get it. Because these broads are for sale, man. I mean, prostitution is the mindset right now. Women talk about compensation for their body before they talk about what's in their head or any type of meaningful connection you can have with them. I mean, this feminism crap and all these in the Democrat Party, you know. I mean, look, man, stand for everything terrible, and that's another thing. This is the bonus Easter egg I'm gonna give you, because I typically, you know, throughout the years, never really looked at it like this, but at this point right now, let me tell you, if a woman is a Democrat or a liberal, run. Democrats have got these women, they belong to the Democrat Party. As soon as you say they're Democrat, know that the Democrat Party own them and ain't nothing you can do with them. You can't build nothing with them. They're going to be about every agenda for the Democrat Party. And I know this for a fact, man, because anytime you see a bunch of black women out there protesting, come on, no ICE and all this other stuff, man, look, you're a lost cause, shawty. Because I don't understand how black women on one hand can say, oh, we being oppressed and we don't have what we need and we need reparations and we need all this other stuff, but they got time to go and protest ICE. They got time to go down there and put their nose in a bunch of other stuff that don't concern them. They sticking up for the worst dysfunction as ever this country has ever seen. A bunch of guys running around acting like they women, this tranny crap, these guys in women's bathroom and all this other stuff. They stand on that, bro. It's part of the Democrat blueprint. So any woman that's still claiming to be a Democrat right now at this point, after everything that's been exposed about them, about the abortions, how they press you. Let me tell you something. The Democratic National Committee during the DNC thing, whatever they had, Megan the whole bucket on there, shaking and twerking her funky fish twat, and all this other dysfunction, all this I'm about to say it. Hold on, let me beat myself out. All this nigga shit that they was promoting. Guess what was parked outside the DNC for the black women? An abortion bus. A bus where they can go up there. You know, they had the blood bank buses where you can go and you can give blood. They was giving abortions to black women on demand. Why is they pushing so hard for you to kill your kids? But when they talk about these illegals and everybody else, the foreigners, they never mention abortion. They never encourage them to kill their kids. They never tell them it's a flex to go and have their kid unalived up inside their guts. They never say that. But you all keep running behind these Democrats, and they've destroyed the black women, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. So that is a key indicator right there. Major red flag. Because to be a Democrat now, you got to be mentally imbalanced. You have to be some type of nut to back up and substantiate what they pushing now. You've got to be a certain level of just mentally unstable. Okay, and that's going to tell you right there the women that are mentally unstable. What you want now, you want a conservative woman, bro, because most conservative women believe in traditional values. That's going to be the woman that's going to cooperate, that's going to raise your kids properly. That's going to be the woman who's not going to teach your daughter how to twerk by the time she's 2. She's not going to be telling your son that it's okay for a man to be in a relationship with another man, and it's okay for him to change his gender and all this other weirdo shit they be talking. I mean, look, man, I'm over it, man. So just keep those 3 things in mind, man. Get you a foreign. Make sure she don't have no permanent papers or citizenship, because she could be just like the rest of these goofies who running you through the system and raking you across the coals. Okay. Second thing is, man, open up a Charles Schwab account and start putting your money in there, man, investing in stuff. If you want to know a few investments that I know for sure right now that you could put your money in, this gonna be safe and it's gonna pay you in the long run, you drop me an email, ttmscomments@gmail.com, and I'll get with you. And I'll tell you what you can start off with. I'll even give you advice along the way, point you in the direction of doing research. But also too, if you sign up for Schwab or Webull is good too. But I like Schwab a little better because they have Roth IRAs, in which that's what you really want. You want to set up a Roth IRA. Do not set up a regular IRA. Don't set up a 401k. Don't set up none of that stuff. Because when you need the money, they're going to tax the hell out of you. A Roth IRA, all of the growth and everything when you take it out is tax free. You don't pay no taxes on it. Not on your IRA. Not on a Roth IRA, a Roth. So just remember. But you can do a Webull account. I got a Webull account too. But just like, individual account where you just like trade stocks and you get to know what's going on. You might purchase something and you watch it. And another thing I like about the Webull platform too is that it has a lot of educational modules on there where you can go in and you can read up. It'll get in depth and it'll tell you all about the different stocks, what an ETF is, what a money market is, all these different things. It'll tell you everything. It'll even show you, give you advice on certain stocks. It'll tell you if it's a good buy or not, or if it's something that's having the potential. But you got to, in the end, do your own research. But I would ask, if you do go to open up a Schwab or a Webull, try to get with me first, because I could walk you through it the best way. And also, too, for me being charitable and showing you how to set this thing up, you can use my referral code to open up your account. And that way, both of us can eat off of it. Because if you use my referral code when you first sign up for Webull, you're going to get free stocks. If you don't, you're not going to get free stocks. So it works for both of us. You get free stock, I get free stock. I'm going to help you out. And everybody. So that's it for me. Just want to drop that on you, let your fellas know. Stop giving your money to these ungrateful broads, man. Get you a foreign. Save your money and preserve your lineage and preserve your legacy by being able to be in your kids' life and raise them properly. Because you always got to keep a woman in a position where she's humble. If you let her build up too much bravado and too much leverage on you, bro, it's a wrap. Because women don't handle power like men do. Women notice how women get in powerful positions, they kirk out, man. These female judges, female police, female politicians, they kirk out, man, when they get a little bit of power. They lose their mind. Look at how Kamala was just talking in circles. And the thing that really just befuddles me at this point too is like, after all these years of hearing her talk, seeing her in office for 4 years, and people still think that she'd have made a better president at this point with all the stuff going on. Most people don't even know what's going on, man. Everybody can have an opinion. Everybody calling Trump this and calling him that. They don't even know what the hell is going on. They don't understand foreign policy. They don't understand nothing of what's going on. Most people don't even know that, for real, the strike on Iran was long overdue. Do people know how many tens of thousands of soldiers they have killed of ours throughout the years? The American civilians they have killed and bombed, their service members they have murdered, all the terrorist stuff they've done throughout the years. Are you kidding me? And then the people in Iran and all these other countries that Trump put the smackdown on, all of the people of that country are happy. They live up under this this regime of these crazy people, taking all their freedoms and all their liberties and stealing everything from them and even killing them. Shit. Before Trump went in, Iran had just killed over 30,000 of their own people just out there protesting. Okay, they was out there protesting. And they came through in a sweep and killed over 30,000 of them. And people over here having a heart attack over those two idiots in Minnesota putting themselves in harm's way and getting themselves killed. Because I ain't gonna never say that ICE murdered them, because they put themselves in that position. And that's the problem now. Ain't nobody accountable for their own actions. Everybody just doing what the hell they want to do and think that, oh, I don't know. When accountability show up, everybody want to be a victim. So I'm going to show you how not to be a victim. Get you a foreign. She start glitching on you, get her ass deported. Open up a couple stock accounts. Get your Webull and a Schwab account. Start understanding money, watching your money, investing your money, saving your money. Because these women ain't no investment, dude. You go out and spend $300 on this broad. Do you realize what that $300 could have done if you'd went and bought it like $300 worth of SCHD? You'd be getting paid. Every time you get the itch to take $200-$300 and go and pay, put it in your account and put it on yourself, bro. Because when you get older and you can't really move around and motivate like you used to and make moves, that money's sitting there paying. And those same women who you done took out years ago and spent all your wad on, them bras ain't nowhere around after time go by. They probably in some other dude face, or probably getting ran through by a whole bunch of other men. So invest in yourself, player. That's my message for today. I'll be back again, drop something else on you. But for right now, that's the best thing I can get. I got some other bright ideas. Well, I guess they're bright ideas. But anyway. But it's not about this. It's about something else. But we're going to do some more shows. I'm just, took a little time out to get a few things that's been running through my head. But we'll be back again. Like I said before, hit me up on the email. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you again.